How the hell did this snake just preemptively strike me before my own preemptive strike? Take a lightning bolt with that too. Let me just hit it with a superheated fist. I think that was a kick rather than a fist. But you might be wondering why there is a standoff between a mosquito, a TV man, a snake, and a jelly monster. Let's rewind the tape a bit. This is Cassette Beasts. From the broader sense, it might look like another Pokemon clone, but it's doing things that the monster collecting genre hasn't explored in years. From elemental interactions that actually make sense, to a fusion system that changes strategy entirely, this game surprised me. Cassette Beasts is an open-world monster collecting RPG developed by Bitten Studio. Instead of capturing creatures in balls, you record them into cassette tapes and transform into them during battle. I know it's a small twist conceptually, but mechanically it changes everything. Just think, you encountered a random monster in the wild. You like how it looks or how it is rolling your party in a single move. You can just yoink it into your little cassette player and use it yourself. Or if you want to rename it to Mike Tyson, you can. You would think, yeah, that's just Pokemon with extra steps. Well, you will be partially correct, but you don't just throw something and hope for a catch. You weaken the monster, start recording, and then complete a small skill-based sequence to succeed. This makes the battle more interactive, giving you, the player, much more control over the outcome rather than depending on some RNG. Don't go in thinking that it's a turn-based game. It will be a snow fest. It's too slow for my dopamine-induced brain. Instead, you should be thinking, what does this supposedly simple game doing right to get an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam? Where Cassette Beasts really shines is its elemental chemistry system. Elements don't just deal damage, they create reactions that persist on the battlefield. For example, if the monster is a water type and you hit it with an electric attack, the electricity conducts through and damages it over time. Or if you burn a plastic type enemy with any fire attack, it will start melting. I just love a game when it respects the laws of chemistry. That's the sole reason my absolute favorite game is Divinity Original Sin 2, but that's a topic for another time. Cassette Beasts feel closer to a tactical RPG like XCOM or Baldur's Gate 3 than a traditional monster battler like Pokemon. You get a party of 2, and at any time in battle, you can fuse with your partner's monster. This isn't just flashy, but an extremely powerful decision that can reverse the flow of battle. You combine into one monster which is different for every combination of monsters in the game. Mind you, there are more than 100 in the game. Unlike many monster collectors, Cassette Beasts is fully open world. Progression isn't linear, there are environmental puzzles, NPC interactions in every corner, traversal abilities, and there are places that are locked behind these traversal abilities. And the most fun part is how you unlock them. Just like in a Metroidvania like Hollow Knight, you stumble onto an ability that lets you explore another part of the map that was impossible to reach earlier. But in Cassette Beasts, you unlock these traversal abilities by recording specific monsters. For example, to unlock the ability to swim, you gotta record a monster that is found swimming, in this case a sea lion. The game has a surprisingly grounded narrative. You're stranded in a mysterious world and you gotta find a way back to your own world. Characters have actual personalities. Many of them are playable by recruiting them to the party. You build relationships with these characters, which greatly helps in battles by enhancing your fusion state. Dialogue feels modern. It balances light humor with a subtle existential tone. The soundtrack. The soundtrack deserves special mention. This is the first game where I was surprised by full vocal tracks during major fights. It gives boss encounters a real identity. Let's rapid fire some strengths and weaknesses now. Strengths: deep elemental system, high roster of playable monsters, heavy synergy tactics, different traversal abilities fostering open-ended exploration. What are the weaknesses? Pixel art style may not appeal to everyone. Some grinding in mid-game if you want to experiment with all the monsters. The soundtrack becomes kind of repetitive after 10 to 12 hours. Cassette Beasts isn't trying to replace Pokemon, it's expanding what the genre can be. If you enjoy monster collecting but want systems that reward experimentation and strategy, this is absolutely worth your time. Let me know if you have tried it and what your favorite fusion combination is. Like this video, so we can catch them all. And subscribe to discover more indie games.